Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. It is Saturday, a couple of days before Christmas, and somebody's changed things. Yeah, we're playing Farming Sim 22 on Glenleathann. I have sold off all of the silage, and boy, did that take an age. It gave us just under £5.5 million. No, £550,000. Yeah, that's better. And precision farming, they're always active. There is something in here. Extended display, temperature on. Lumberjack, sound, camera units. Here we are, more stuff. Date, clock color. That's really not working for me. Let's go. That 24-hour clock's on, clock background is on, clock position. So they've added clock background to the date display mod. Top right corner, hour and long date. So let's save. Thank you. Go back. No, I think I want it orange. That's a little bit more. White would probably work, actually. Okay, we're going white. White works. Let's save again. So I don't have to reset that anytime. So, yeah, the additional information mod change, or additional settings mod change. Hopefully he's fixed October, November, but we'll find out about that. We are standing here outside my house. It is March 3. And we need to go spray a thing. So I need the Deutz, which is possibly that one there. We also picked this up in the sale. Now, if I get in it, you'll see it's got 32 hours on it. So it's kind of old. Still got the snow blower on the front of the little thing, the Renault. So yes, managed to get a big M. It cost 180,000. We sold the Valtra T and the mower and the Valtra weight. That thing should be able to cut our fields a lot quicker and self-rows. So that's going to make things a little bit easier when it comes to the time crunch. As we can see, it's March 3rd, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and would you believe it, it's kind of daylight. I think I also bought the barley field last time we were streaming. So that's now a thing. And the grass fields, I don't think they're ready to cut until April or May. Same month that the corn needs to be planted. So I did check on the barley. The barley does need sprayed. Good time to notice that I didn't do a thing. So we'll just drive around in circles, because why not? So, 2 days till Christmas. My birthday was on Wednesday, which is why we went out for food last Saturday. What else has happened this week? I saw the specialist. He says there was probably some typo when they were writing up the X-ray report. It's unlikely my back is fractured, but I do have a birth defect which could cause problems, or is causing problems. So I need to go to physical therapy and get that seen to. Let's do R. That's better. And then once I've been to physical therapy, they may be able to better decide on what course of action to take. He said, unlikely to be able to do anything about my back. My hip, however, it's kind of fine for now. His version of fine and my version of fine are a little bit adrift of each other, but basically I may have to have hip surgery eventually, but not right now. So that's the medical update. So I went to, there is a physical therapist literally just around the corner from me. So I went there, and I have an appointment on the 2nd of January. Because it's Christmas time and New Year's and nobody's at work for the next 2 weeks. Streaming schedule coming up is going to be, let's turn those on, let's unfold that. We will be streaming on Monday, which is Christmas Day, but as soon as Mrs. Osa gets up, the stream is finished on that day. And we will be streaming on Tuesday and Friday of this coming week. Okay, that looks good. Let's do that just to make sure crop sensor is on. Spray is on. And this is making a huge difference to the nitrogen content of this field, because barley is quite nitrogen hungry. Of course, the other problem is that it's costing us quite a bit in fertilizer used. And for some reason I have an FPS marker at the top of the screen. Good grief, how do I get rid of that? Okay, not like that. Well, I've got it. Yeah, you can see it too. That's annoying. Not that I really need to know too much about what day the calendar is and everything else. That's probably my graphics card settings. We'll leave with it for now. I don't have time to go routing round and trying to find things on menus. It's bad enough just finding the date sometimes, or the date settings. So I paid to have this field surveyed. something else that did come up in the store sales. I've added a folding cereal header, and it's only about 7.2 meters, but it folds. So we'll be able to attach that to the front of a harvester and actually drive into a field without any trouble. So I kind of like that. Okay, let's see if I can completely mess this up. Yeah, that's as good as messed up as I can get. Problem is, this thing has not only has steering axles, it also has articulated tow hitch. So it kind of snakes behind you, which can make for kind of awkward situations at times. But for right now, I think we're good. So as soon as we've done this, we will sleep through till April. I did check the contracts. I think there's a couple of cultivating a lime and seeding, I want to say. Kind of the sort of thing I could do them, but do I really want to? I could buy GPS for all the tractors, or at least some of them. We still have the 900, we still have the 800 Axions. We've still got the Deutz, we've got the Renault, we've got Malo, and we've got the Big M. So I'm hoping the Big M is going to get things cut for us very, very quickly, with the smallest of cleanup required. I guess we'll see how that turns out. I did miss a little bit in the corner, but I'm not going to worry about that. Basically that corner over there. That's not a worry. So 45 frames per second. Probably a Windows button that turns something on. I don't know. I should stop letting it distract me. Somewhat straight. Now, the other thing I would eventually like to get is a self-propelled sprayer. The problem is that most of the self-propelled sprayers do not have spot spray on them, or the option of. So we're kind of, if we want to do spot weeding, which is a good idea, if we do weeding, spraying contracts, but it also has this nice effect on the boom when you're spraying fertilizer, in that it doesn't turn on the nozzles where it doesn't need to add nitrogen, which is kind of cool. You don't need to worry about what is it? this bit here, where you can set the partial width, I don't have to worry about that because we're, oops, didn't want to do that. Let's press that one instead. I just like the effect. If you don't have spot spray on your sprayer, then it always, the graphic always shows you're spraying full width, even when you're not really. And you only need the adjustable width if you're not playing with precision farming. So what else happened this week? So Farmer Cop put out a video on what's the most what crop gives you the most money per acre, and it turns out it's sugarcane with a proviso. So sugarcane produces a ton of yield and is a fairly good value, which means it knocks most of the rest of the crops out of the water. You're then going down to things like maize silage with silage additive. That yields a lot and is valuable. And we're talking base game numbers, we're not talking precision farming numbers or maize plus numbers. However, when you factor in that you can only harvest each crop once per calendar year, grass is actually the winner, because you can harvest grass 3 times, silage it 3 times, and get all that money. So that's kind of where the difference comes in. Grass silage is the best crop. We're kind of, I mean, doing corn is not bad, because maize silage is better in that you get more yield from the maize. So 2 maize fields gave us probably about as much as 3 grass fields did. So maize is definitely a better yield, but you can only harvest it once. But if you do what we're doing, which is to grass silage through the spring, and then when it's time to plant maize, you tear up the grass, you plant the maize, and then you can come on, fold up. So that's a good thing. Since there's a grass field there, I think I will jump out. So this is growth stage 2 of 3. Calendar. April. May is the best yield. So we wait till May, we'll cut the fields we're going to plant maize in, and then we'll plant the rest of the stuff. What else is going on around the map? I don't think I've checked. I'm not holding out much hope. These are now at plus 44%, so they dropped and now they're very expensive. That's only minus 8.1. Plus 10. Land in this neck of the woods is frightfully expensive. But I think right now, sorry, let's go back. These 4 grass fields, 107 to 102, I can actually hold off until May before I buy them. May time is probably when they're going to come up with a contract. Maybe June, possibly, yeah, May or June. But If they don't come up in May, I could still cut them at best yield. So that's a thing. What else do we want to look at? Contracts, as I said, there's no contracts. No, there's no contracts. So we can jump back in the tractor and get that back to the yard. I think I came a little bit too close to that hedge pulling out of there. There we go. Okay. And I guess I could top off the diesel tank. Cloudy morning. It's going to brighten up later this afternoon, but I think right now, outside of checking store sales, we can progress to March 4. Similarly, April, we're not going to have a lot to do. There might be some contracts in April, which will make us some money. Okay. Sneak through here because it's just easier that way. Empty the fertilizer. So I'm probably going to get rid of this grass field sometime. If I want a cow pasture on the, or a cow shed on the other side of this area, it turns out I will have to take out all of the hedge here up to where the roller is, which means to gain access to the cow shed, we're going to have to demolish our big maintenance barn. I don't think that's a problem. There are others. There is one with a silo attached, so you can store the crops and fix your tractors. So I might go with that. Alrighty, you're good. Should probably turn the engine off. That's a good plan too. Okay, so let's have a look at the store. Things, Speedstiller, Disc Harrow. Yes, lots of horses. Tedder, 1455. They used to be available in Farm Sim 17. I don't think it's been available since then. I am kind of thinking I should have got rid of my copy of that, because frankly the belts are probably just as slow. There's an 8R for sale, 326 to 452. There is a Vario MT, 1100. There's one of those. There's a small thing, JCB Fast Track, 348 horsepower. That nice tractor. Don't need that. There is one of those. That's a weeder, I believe. That's a haul anything, mostly anything. It won't haul silage. And then that's a gravity wagon. Don't need that. Okay, so we can sleep until March 4. Really doesn't take that long to race through the winter. Okay, it's morning time. There is a great demand at the bales market. I don't have anything worth selling. There are no contracts, it's still March. Where do we get up to? That. That's nice. Ooh, that is nice. Kubota disc buying, yeah. We've already got a bale trailer, another Series 6. Extractor, going to avoid those. That is a half truck that you add stuff to. Don't need that. T6000. Once upon a time I would have considered that. But I think the tractors we have right now are perfectly adequate for the tasks that we are doing on the farm, at least for now. Oh, getting cheaper, 39%. I think I'm going to assume they're all the same. So, they're all the same. Let's sleep again. Now, we might see some contracts this month. Okay, we got up to that. So, another one of those, another wrapper. Cultivator. 7.5 meter cultivator. That's from the horse aggravation pack. That's just a thing. We need a stacker. Oh, a thing to go on the back of the truck we had last month. Big spreader. 9RT. And that's kind of chunky too. I believe that's a vineyard sprayer. Silage compactor.